This podcast was meant to be a comedic take on a real-life issue, with toned-down messages for youth to better understand. While some of these points may be lightened for a younger crowd, it is paramount to remember that these are problems facing today's society. And thank you for listening.
Let's talk about cows. Yeah, just your friendly neighborhood cow. We hear people talking all the time about how meat is murder, or the compelling argument of, but it tastes good. Well, what if I told you that there is a way we could achieve the wonderful taste of meat without the murder? We primitive, sad, lonely human beings have one desire, and that is beef. Americans eat about an average of 200 pounds of beef a year, according to NPR's Nation of Meat Eaters. See how it all adds up. So basically, the American desire for meat is causing a bit of a problem. Farming causes about 15% of Earth's greenhouse gases, and over half of that is produced from just cows alone. So meat is murder, but not just for the poor animals, no, but also for the ecosystem. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think farming is a problem. I think that farming is a great way to get fresh, healthy food, but that is only from places that don't put in additives and don't heavily process their products. I think that smaller local farms are a great alternative to supermarket mystery meat. And it is a great way for small towns to make money. My main issue with the meat industry is the mistreatment of animals. Large cattle farms tend to overbreed the animals, which is why we have such a large greenhouse gas issue related to agriculture. The poor cows are crammed into small spaces, stressing them out, which makes it harder for them to produce milk or create healthy meat. The way that they get the milk is also not the best. They use machines to get it all out at once, instead of milking one at a time. This isn't really the best for the cows because it isn't natural. After thousands of years of hand milking, we suddenly switch the cows over to something new that they aren't used to, and it can cause them more stress. The reason the big mean farms are like this is because there is a surprising supply and demand for the meat industry. So they overproduce the cows to get as much food as they can to meet the demand. But with the world's population growing, that means the need for meats will continue to grow. And this could cause huge problems for the environment. A TED Talk speaker named Andras Forgax brought up a fantastic solution to this issue. He brought up how technology has come so far that we can 3D print working organs. And if we could do that, why couldn't we do the same with meat? Forgax showed the audience leather that was genetically grown and 3D printed into shape. I know I said the smaller and less technological is better in this situation, but the best thing about this is that it takes newer technology and doesn't use it to just convenience people, but also to do less harm to the animals. Our plans to do this is by letting the cows just exist in small farms or in the wild living their best life. And all that has to be done is just a small biopsy from the cow, and then we use the DNA from that to grow parts for the meat without killing. This information comes from the TED Talk, Leather and Meat Without Killing Animals. There are a lot of alternatives to bringing down the greenhouse gas levels and stopping animal abuse. The solution that I think would be best is to have larger farms become more eco-friendly. By eco-friendly, I mean downsizing and putting more effort into letting the cows be in a natural environment. Of course, the idea of 3D printing is amazing and effective. In the long run, there is a downfall. We do not yet know how well this will keep up with the growing human population. 3D printing can take a long time, but it is a very innovative and effective way to solve these problems. Perhaps in the future, there will be a similar and quicker alternative. I have been Evelyn Stinson, and thank you for coming to my Cow Talk.